pink or green? Hello, I'm Julie. Thanks for joining me today as I set up my October monthly page for the Halloween sticker hunt. For the last few years now, I've been running these sticker hunt challenges in the planner community. And if you love stickers, planning, or just need an excuse to dig into your stash, then this is for you. On screen, you can see my Halloween sticker hunt from last year, both before and after. And every October, I create a list of 31 Halloween themed prompts, one for every day of October. Your mission is to find a sticker in your stash that matches that day's prompt and add it to your planner, journal, or wherever you like. I'm going to be using Happy Planner pages because that's the planner I'm currently using. And I've chosen a wickedly good theme for this year's hunt. I picked up these wicked clip art images from a shop on Etsy called the Joy Emporium. I will link it in my video description. And as I'm looking forward to going to see part 2 of the movie when it comes out, I thought it would be a fun theme to use. It may surprise you to know, even though I have a YouTube channel and do social media, that I consider my IT skills fairly basic. So if you've not used printable stickers before, I want to encourage you that it may not be as hard as you think. My challenge was that I was sent all these individual files of these images and I wasn't quite sure how to print them out small enough to fit on my page. And you may be able to help me out with this in the comments. But what I did was, rather than print on A4 paper, which I usually do, I set my Canon printer to print on this 10 by 15 centimeters, 6 by 4 paper, because then the images would be a lot smaller. I also used the ID photos setting, and I did have to spend some time playing around. First, I printed out on sticker paper, but the images were not as sharp as I would like. Also, I did find some of the images got chopped off. So that was something else that was a challenge. I then tried printing them on 120 GSM photocopy paper, which came out a little bit better than the sticker paper, but I still wasn't perfectly happy with the quality. So I ended up printing them out on very thin, glossy photo paper. Now I know that that means I will have to cut the images out and stick them on with glue, which to be honest is a bit of a pain, but I am a little bit fussy about the quality of the image, and these came out really sharp and detailed. As well as using the ID photo, I also used the shuffle layout option, where you can select how many photos you like and it shows you how it will print them on the page. Some of them will be big, some of them will be medium, and some of them will be small. And you can keep shuffling through the options until you get it the way you would like it. This wasn't ideal. For example, I wanted the Emerald City to be large. I didn't really want the slipper to be so big. But I had a few tries and I've ended up with enough images to use in this spread. If you do know of a way to print out individual photos on one sheet of paper so that they are a small size, then I'd really love some help with this. But I don't want you to be put off because, as you can see, I managed with no knowledge at all to get the photos that I can use for this sticker hunt. So let's get started. These are some old monthly pages, actually for the month of December, so I do need to white out these holidays because it's definitely not Christmas or New Year's Eve. And you don't actually have to decorate the page. You've got all the boxes there to stick the sticker in for each day. But what I like to do is decorate the spare boxes. So we have 1 here and 3 here, and also the sidebar and the top of the page. Sometimes I use the sidebar to put the list in. What I may do this year is make a tip in and add the list that way. If you saw my recent video on making tip-ins, then you'll know that's quite an easy thing to do. Then I will be able to flip over and look at the list so that I can find the sticker easily without having to keep referring to it elsewhere. Sometimes I add a little bit of decoration within the boxes, but it does then limit your space for putting the sticker of the day. So today I think I will just be going with green and pink washi, but adding decoration in the other places. It makes sense to start with the yellow brick road at the bottom. I'm going to try this Zig two-way glue pen that I've had for a long time. It may not last or even work, but I'm hoping it will. Otherwise it will be Pritt Stick. I'm pretty sure the glue is meant to come out blue, but probably because I've had it so long, it's not doing that anymore. And we'll put the Emerald City next. Now you may be thinking, what has Wicked got to do with Halloween? And it hasn't really got anything to do with Halloween at all, except it's a little bit magical. But I had no idea what I was going to do for this sticker hunt page. Then I saw these printables and remembered the film was going to be out soon. So I thought, why not? Because although I'll be using them to make a spread in November when the film comes out, I probably won't get to use them again for a while. So I want to get my value for money and use them more than once. Also, it's my planner and I can do what I like in my planner. There are no rules. I'm not sure if I have to keep pressing this down or whether I can just run it out. Because it's not blue, it's very hard to see, but it is coming out. Maybe I need to buy a new one. I want to have the balloon. Let's have it angled a little bit. Now maybe the tornado. I was thinking of having Alphabet here because I can just about fit her with her hat in between those days. And I've got some glue on my fingers and that's why she's sticking to me. I'm not going to be able to have room for all the characters. So whether I add Fiero in or not, or maybe I should add the Scarecrow as it's the second Wicked film. It would be a shame to leave Fiero off the spread, but I do want to have this Emerald City ticket, and maybe I could have things to do with Alphabet in this box. And I've only got one box for Glinda, so I don't know what I'll be able to add to this page. But I think we will keep it to just the ladies in this spread, and when I do my creative journal spread in November, then I will use all the other characters. I would have liked to be able to print the glasses out a little bit smaller. I don't know if I can have those somewhere. Maybe her broomstick. I could do some overlapping. I've got the potion. Might be able to just have some of that showing. I think that's what we'll do. We'll fill these boxes with Alphabet themed items. So I will put this here. Might be able to fit something else in. I think actually the potion might just squeeze in there, so I will put that one there. wouldn't call myself a big Wicked fan, but I have seen the show in London twice at the West End, once with friends, and I also took my mum to go and see it. Oh, I completely forgot that I was going to layer that underneath, but I can do that. I wasn't sure what I'd think of the movie, but I actually really enjoyed it. How about the poppy? Layered with the glasses maybe, or the glasses underneath. Something like that. It's a bit of a crazy story really. I'm probably more of a fan of the Wizard of Oz, the original story. I have actually made a planner spread with the characters of the Wizard of Oz in. So it feels right to be doing one of Wicked. Finish with the broom. No, it doesn't seem right to have it that way. Let's do it. I don't know, like that. And poor old Glinda is just going to get one box. I do have a few pink things like a bow and her wand and the bubble. I'm not sure where I will fit them. Maybe I will be able to get some of them at the top. Now I need to decide whether to use this one or this one. This one has got the right outfit, but this one is the right size really for what I want, so I might use this one. I don't think I'll be able to fit anything else in that box. Maybe I can squeeze her wand, which is stuck to my finger. Yeah, I think that will be okay. And I will need to look for some pink and green alphabet stickers to spell out the Halloween sticker hunt at the top. I'm not sure I like it up there. It's a bit lower maybe. I recently got these washi tapes from eBay. They're a rainbow washi set of 60 colours, and as you can see, got so many greens and pinks to choose from. So I'm going to use those to lay lines across all the rows. I was a bit torn between these two shades of green. This one matched the pictures more, and this one was more of a green, as the sort of green that I would associate with Wicked. So I'm not sure. Which would you go for? I think I will go with the one that matches more with the stickers, even though it's not really the green that I associate with the film. But it's green, and that's the main thing. I knew it was going to be useful having those rainbow washies. And it will brighten up the page as having a bit of colour. So I'll be right back when all the washi is added. I'm really loving putting this together. This is what I enjoy about decorative planning. It's just so relaxing. I'm going to use the old Happy Planner alphabet sticker book because it's got lots of different colours. There is not an exact match, but we've got a green and a light pink and a bright pink. I think I'll probably go with the lighter pink. I could do the ruler trick, but I think it would be easier just to slant the letters so I don't have to get them exact. I went with this font. There are 3 different fonts in this sticker book. It's not my favourite, but probably closer to the Wicked font than the others. The Halloween sticker hunt is my favourite, I think, of all these sticker hunts. There'll be one in November for fall, followed by the Christmas one in December. Then I have a winter one in February. I would have it in January, but January is just such a busy time for planners and particularly YouTubers, which is why I do it in February. Then there's a spring and summer one, and this year I did a bonus back to school sticker hunt in August, which I really enjoyed. So that will probably be making a return next year. With the other sticker hunts, I do try to change up the list and add items and take away ones that people have really struggled with. So I typically change about half of the prompts, but for the Halloween sticker hunt it's a real struggle to come up with ideas. There are only a limited number of icons associated with Halloween, so you'll forgive me if the items are pretty similar from year to year. There also aren't that many Halloween stickers out there, so I know from past sticker hunts that finding things like skulls and zombies can be quite a challenge. These pages are fairly simple for me. Sometimes I really go to town. Like one year I made little gravestones which were flaps that opened. But the problem with decorating the boxes is you do run out of room for the stickers. So at least with only putting the washi in, I've got plenty of room for the sticker. Sometimes the challenge isn't finding the actual sticker, it's finding a sticker that will fit. Now I can put sticker hunt 25 or have that little bow. I feel like poor Glinda is a little bit underrepresented. What I could do is put that in and put the 25 in there. I think I'll do that. And my zig glue stick is still going. And the fact I only found that this morning feels like a sign that this spread was meant to be. You can tell it wasn't planned because I would normally have green nails doing this spread, but I haven't, or pink. But another sign it was meant to be was when I looked for the corresponding month. Look what we had, rainbows on the divider. You can pick whatever theme you like for your pages. You don't have to find a sticker each day if you don't want to. You can do it all at once. I know a lot of people do. I often do a week at a time. If I'm struggling to find a sticker, I use the stickersearch.com for happy planner stickers. I'm determined to bring in a few things for Glinda, so let's have this bow here because it won't take up too much room in those boxes. I always find it interesting which stickers there are lots of and which stickers you really struggle to find. On the rare occasion that I haven't been able to find a sticker, I've got creative and made the object out of other stickers, or you can just draw in the box. I don't think I've ever not managed to find all the stickers. And maybe we'll finish with her tiara. My mum's name is Glinda, although not spelt with the I. And it's not very common, and I always have to tell people how to spell it. I feel a little bit better now that Glinda has had some representation at the bottom of the page. Perhaps I could squeeze her here. I think so. She looks more like Glinda here. Oh, that's a bit high. Oh. Go down a little bit. I don't want to chop her off though. Let's try that. She's going to be a little bit chopped off. If I don't like it, I will take her off. All I want now is something to fill these gaps here, and we'll be done. And talk about the sticker hunt. Where are all the stars when you need them to add them to your spread? I found these in the Happy Planet Mega Seasonal Sticker Book, but they were only 2. That's all I've got, but I just wanted something small to fill the space, and I would have liked a couple more. But that will do. I love this spread so much, and I can't wait to make my Wicked spread in November in my creative journal. It will of course look completely different when I've finished adding all the stickers. And I do post pictures of my finished hunts on my community post tab in YouTube. In case you didn't realise, I usually post there 2 or 3 times a week with spreads that I've made, so it's always worth checking that out. Remember, joining in the challenge is easy. All you have to do is find my list and search for the 1 sticker per day in October that matches my prompt. If you're over on Instagram, I'd love it if you share your finished spreads so I can post them to my stories. This is a great way to use your sticker stash and have fun at the same time, as well as creating a really unique and pretty page. You would think with a random bunch of stickers of different colours and sizes, it might look a little bit odd, but I always think they look wonderful. You can get your pages ready now, but I don't post the actual prompt list till a couple of days before the month starts. So you'll have to be patient and look out for it on my YouTube community post tab or over on Instagram Plans in the Making. I also post it to several Facebook groups. If you're interested in seeing how I put together last year's Halloween sticker hunt, then click this video here to get another layout idea you might want to try. And if you're into creative ideas like this, then do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my future content. Hope you have fun setting up your page, and until next time, happy planning, take care, and see you soon.